Hey guys, it's Maymay, and you may remember we did this self-closing box in size 12 by 12. I recently did it with 8.5 by 11 paper, and today we're going to do it in the 6 by 6. So you guys always love 3 sizes, so that's what we're doing. It's super easy. First, get yourself some 6 by 6 paper. Okay, so what we're going to do is first I'm going to score the top and the bottom of the bag. So your first score mark is going to be 1/2 inch. And I know 1/2 inch can be a little bit hard to do because you're having to hold it in this corner, but you can always do 1/2 inch here and then turn this around. But I'm just going to do it just like this, so 1/2 inch. And then out here, I want you to score at 5 1/4. So that's going to be the bottom of our little box, okay? Then we're going to turn it in our scoreboard, and we're going to score it at 3/4 inch. 2 7/8. I know we don't like 7/8, but the good thing is typically our scoreboards are marked in 8, so that makes life easy. And then 3 5/8. And then our last score is going to be 5 3/4. Just like that. So that's all your score marks. Okay, let me see if you can see those really. There we go. See how those work? And then we'll do some cutting away. At the top of the bag, which is where you have your 1/2 inch score mark, we're going to cut away some pieces we don't need. So I'm going to cut the score mark away all the way until I get to what will be the flap that folds inside. And I'm going to lay this down and let you see what we're cutting away. So let me just get this cut and we'll look at it. So this little piece is going to be the flap. We're also going to cut this away, but we don't need any of this right here. So where your score marks are concerned, you're going to cut to that score mark right before the flap. This will make sense when you have this in your possession. Okay, let me change scissors. Those are too bulky. All right, now we're going to do this little guy and cut this little tab away. And all we're leaving here is the little piece that's going to tuck in. That's all we're leaving. Now we go to the bottom of the bag. So here on this corner, you've got this little piece. We're going to cut it away just like so. This is just like we do with the bigger bags, okay? It's just a smaller version. Then here, at every line, we're going to slice up the score mark, and then we're going to come back, and on these little flaps, we're going to make our angled cuts. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to link for you in the description all the videos that I have already done. The one with the 12 by 12, the one with the 8.5 by 11, and that way, if you want to look at any others to see how to reference making the larger ones, or I might have just explained it better in those videos, you can check those out, okay? Now, the next thing I want to do, I think I'm going to let the little polka dots be on the outside, so we're going to fold from here. So I'm going to start to fold all of my little score lines, just like so, and crease them down really tight. That's one thing about this, because we're working with smaller pieces, you really need to crease these lines tight so that you'll get a good glue up when you go to glue everything together. Crease that down. Then I've got another fold line here. And then one more here. And then I'm going to do all these little flaps on the bottom. All right. This little guy needs to be folded down. But before I do that, I'm going to get my corner rounder so I can flatten him out. And I'm going to corner round this edge with the 1/4 inch round. See that? This will just help you be able to tuck your little piece in to close the box. And you need to do this before you, matter of fact, look, that's not cut very well. Can you see that? I have like a little gap right there. I'm going to trim that off real quick. That's where I didn't cut my score mark away very well. So I'm going to cut that like that. So you need to do this rounding part before you glue your box together, or you will never get your corner rounder in there. It'll be too tight. Okay, so now I'm going to lay this down, and with my little 1/4 inch flap out there, I'm going to add some glue. Just like so. Not too much. Just enough to close it down. And then I'm going to bring this little flap over to it and let that seal down. Perfect. I'm even going to fold this back a little bit and let that do like that, okay? So that's our little box. Okay, so this piece is the top, all right? We're going to work on the bottom a little bit here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open these little pieces out, and because this is going to be the front of my bag, I'm going to push this one to the back, but I'm going to tuck this little guy in. So I'm going to add some glue to him. And I'm going to tuck my little pieces in, and then I'm going to lay that piece over it and just line it up like so. Now these are long bags, so what I do is I just take my bone folder and stick down inside there to smash that together and make sure that it'll stay glued together. These bags go together quick and easy. All right, now all we have to do, just like before, is we're going to take our fingers and push the sides in, just like that, and just crease that down at the top. And you can run your finger down the side if you need to kind of work the edges. See how they kind of get caught? But you can just kind of do this and get that to kind of loosen up. And now the fun part, you're going to tuck the flap in and lock the box. Well, actually, you would go ahead and load your goodies in there, whatever you're going to put inside. And that is your little bag. Isn't that cute? Look at it in the little orange one. I think they're adorable. Now we need to decorate it. And as I told you, the month of June is going to be masculine month as much as I can possibly do. So we're going to do a masculine twist on this little box. Okay, so I'm going to use a stamp set from our line that is so cute. It's called Taters, and I've had it for a long, long time, and I love this set. And I haven't played with it in a long time, and I thought it'd be fun to pull out. And we're going to do a "You're a Spud" little sentiment. And the funny thing, I was talking to Shannon about this. I thought this would be cute. You know, if you're a person who makes like potato candy, have you ever had that? I think that would be so cute to add potato candy in these little treat bags and put this little potato guy on the front. It'd be cute. And we looked up some recipes and it's super easy to do. So check that out. So there's my little potato guy, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp his little legs. So this little set comes with all kinds of stuff to dress him up. See those little guys? We're going to use all of that. All right, so leg number 1. And this is cool because you can decide if you want him to be kicking out or standing up straight. I'm going to let this little guy kick out like this. The thing about this set is you're not trying to be serious. He's very funny. So just play with your little potato guy. And then I think I'm going to put some glasses on him. Let me see. I'm going to sit these here until I can clean them and put them away. Do I want to put the necktie for definitely. But I think I'll paper piece the necktie with a different piece of pattern paper. So I'll put that there for a second. And he's got to have the glasses because he's a cool spud. All right, so let's do some cool shades. I'm going to stamp them across him here like so. How cute is that? Just like that. And let's give him the smile. I like this little cheeky smile here. Let's use that one. Yep, that's my favorite smile, that little cheeky smile. He's so cute. And we'll get his tie ready. We'll put that on in a second. I'm going to take a Sharpie and color his glasses in so that they look like dark sunglasses. I think that'll be cute. So I'm just going to color these in. Oh, he's adorable. He's too cool. And let's put some white on there. Let's put little highlight marks on his glasses. He's too cute. Okay, and let's color his little shoes in. What do I want to color those with? Let me see. How about colored pencil? What if he had some bright orange shoes? Maybe he's just that cool of a guy. Perfect. Now let's fussy cut him out. Then I had a little piece of scrap cardstock in my paper scraps, and I'm going to get this little stamp that says "You're a Spud," and I'm going to stamp it on that little strip. And sometimes when I don't know how big I want the little strip to be, I'll just use a scrap and then cut it down after the fact. So let's do that here. I'm also going to leave myself some room on either end so I can have plenty of space for what I want to do, because I really don't know how I want to do it yet. I'll show you what I mean. I don't know if I want to put it down here at the bottom, which might be super cute, like this. Oh, that's cute. Or if I want to put it at the top, which is also cute. There's too many cutes, huh? That is cute too. Or if I want to put it on an angle across. Oh, that's cute. Homegirl's got to decide. Okay, let me see what I'm going to do. So I was having a hard time to decide. So here's what I decided to do. I'm going to go ahead and make his little necktie, and then I'll think about the other. And look, this is a strip of the orange paper that I cut off to make it 6x6. That's the piece that comes on the top of those 6x6 paper pads. So I'm using it to make my little necktie. And I thought a little orange polka dot one would be cute on him to match his little orange shoes. So now I'm just going to cut this out and glue it on him to bring him back over. And we'll put a little glue on the back of our tie. Then I'm just going to place it down somewhere in here. Oh, that's cute. Kind of at an angle, like he's been dancing and got a little disheveled. He's cute. Okay, so here's what I think I want to do on the box now that I have been thinking. I'm going to put my little sentiment close to the bottom like so and off to one side. So let's add some glue back here. a little lifted off the bottom because I want a little bit of the bottom of the bag to show down there. Then what we'll do is we'll flip this over and trim it away. Now, I think our little dude needs to be popped up here like so. So let's get some foam for him. So I should have shown you. You also have little hands you can put on your little tater if you want to. I did not do the hands. I'm just doing the little spud. But I do want to add one more sentiment. And let me show you what I'm thinking about doing. I've got that little strip of cardstock. I'm going to take the sentiment that says, I dig you. And I'm going to stamp it close to the straight line on this strip of cardstock. I'll show you why. I want to use that straight line to my advantage. So using a 1-inch circle punch, I'm going to place this inside here. And I'm not really trying to get a circle per se. I just want a shape around that sentiment that leaves me with a straight edge on one side. This will make sense in just a second. So let me punch that. Okay. So see how I ended up with that flat side? That's what I was looking for. I want to be able to put that right here, and then I won't have to snip it off with my scissors. It'll just fit on that side like it was kind of custom for there. All right, so he's got his little backer on him, so let's put him down. Just like so. And you know what's cool? He can hang off the side of this little box because you're not putting it in an envelope or anything, so if he hangs off, it's not a problem. And then we're going to add some glue to our other sentiment. I just think it's cute to have these two on here. And there you go. That's our little treat box for guys. You could add anything else. You could add something up here if you wanted to. I did a bow on the big box. Let me show you that one. So on the big box, I did a bow at the top. Here, I turned this one into a little suit shirt. And then this guy is just a little treat box. I think they're super cute. I hope you guys enjoy them. And as always, I want to see what you're making. If you're inspired by one of these boxes, head to my website called MaymayMadeIt.com and share with us what you're doing on our customer gallery. And if you need inspiration, there are more than 2,000 posts there for you guys to see things that are used, especially using my stamp sets. So if you have some of my stamp sets and you need inspiration, go check that out. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And if you're excited about Masculine Month, give this video a thumbs up and let me know that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.